This is India at 9, broadcasting live from the CNN IBN headquarters in New Delhi with Rajdeep Sardesai and Anubhav Bhosle.
Hello and welcome. You're with a special edition of India at 9. It's exactly 1 week since 26/11. The nation pays homage to us. Well, what does this mean then for the politician relationship with the citizen, with the voter? That's our talking point on India at 9. Yogita Limaye is there at the Gateway of India, and also joining us in the Member of Parliament from South Mumbai, MILIND DEORA. Thanks very much, both of you, for joining us. Mr. DEORA, we have been hearing angry noises from citizens. It's not just noises now, it's an echo, an avalanche against the politicians. What's your response?
Well, I must have been the only politician who went to the Gateway of India today, and I can tell you that the kind of emotions that were flying around and that were in the air, I've never been in one place where I've witnessed so much hostility towards politicians. I've never been in one place or in one situation where I myself have felt in some ways ashamed of calling myself a politician. But while the public outcry and people coming together and giving a strong message that we are one and we want action, while I commend that and I commend people for having done that, I think some of the messages going around today at Gateway, which were, we hate politicians, politicians should go away, this kind of thing isn't going to get us anywhere. I think we've criticized the system, we've criticized the government, the media has played a good role in exposing certain things, as a result of which heads have rolled. We've gotten rid of the Union Home Minister of India, the Maharashtra Home Minister has quit, but now we have to ask ourselves, just like we're saying enough is enough in terms of inaction by the government, I think enough is enough in terms of political bashing. Let us please be constructive and move towards solutions.
Okay,
we can't wish politicians away, we can't wish the government away.
Yes,
we have to be able to cooperate with politicians and take accountability in the system. And I think that duty is my duty as a politician, it's the people's duty as a citizenry of this country, and it's definitely the duty of the media now to direct and channelize people's emotions towards something much more constructive.
You're completely right, Milind, when you say that this particular anger, this anguish has to be now challenged in the right way. But from the very fact that you're perhaps the only politician who landed up at Gateway, there is a sense of disconnect. I think what's making people angry is that the political class is completely disconnected from the emotions of the average citizen and how they're feeling at this time.
Well, that's a fair thing to say. I'm not saying that the anger against politicians isn't justified. I went to Gateway of India not as an MP, not as a politician. I went there because I thought it's my duty to be there as a Mumbaiker, as someone who's a Mumbaiker before he's a politician. And I too share people's anguish and I too share people's frustration. But I'm a result-oriented person. I want my anguish and my anger and my emotions to lead to some kind of action.
Okay, then
I want that from the people. And I want the people to come forward and say, not yes, MILIND DEORA, but yes, as a society, we are together and we are going to get action. But we are not going to endlessly just criticize the system and criticize the establishment, because at the end of it, where is that going to get us? It's not going to get us anywhere. It's not going to get us any result.
Milind, let me just get the voices from the street. Maybe you can respond to them. Yogita, MILIND DEORA is saying that he wants this politician bashing to stop on the street. He wants constructive suggestions. Are the people of Mumbai willing to give him a chance? Do they feel that politician bashing should stop?
All right, Mr. MILIND DEORA really live right now with us, saying that the politician bashing should stop and constructive suggestions should be given. Do you have a suggestion to give?
Well, one question first for Mr. MILIND DEORA is, including yourself, can you name any one single politician in the whole country, from the length to the breadth, all throughout, a single politician who is not corrupt? First, you have to answer that question. Secondly, you want a solution, I'll tell you. Well, it's either too easy or it's too complicated. If we just get into the mess that's been created in the last 60 years, well, it would never be solved. And the simplest way to do it is just clean the system. Just clean the system.
All right, clean the system. Anything else that we can start doing from today, from tomorrow?
Yeah, there is a very specific suggestion that I would like to give Mr. MILIND DEORA. Is main thing, there has been a security threat at the Bombay Chhatrapati Airport since a long time now, and there has been no action whatsoever that has been taken. And if you see the back road of the aircraft, it's 50 meters away from a bunch of slums, where it's a stone's throw away. So if there is a terrorist attack, it's going to take place from there, and any idiot would know that.
All right, so very specific security threat you're pointing out here, but here's somebody now from another generation. Sir, do you have a suggestion? These are the young voices, you know, you've been around for a longer time.
What I'd like to ask Milind and the other politicians is, why are you saying the politician bashing should stop? I think you guys deserve it. That's what the whole country is saying, and you guys learn to accept it.
Okay,
any suggestion that you have, any reform that you want to see in place?
Well, I've been here at the Gateway of India this whole evening, and I've seen an amazing outpouring of young, youthful energy, and I think that is what needs to be channeled. I think I would like to see more young leaders in the 20s and 30s, maybe like you, Milind, coming to the helm, and the old, senile people need to step out.
Okay.
Right, so
and also, I think we need to have more women coming into politics, because I think women are a little more compassionate and they can look at things in a more non-violent way, which is the need of the hour.
So more women, more young people, a lesser corrupt system, but also a very specific suggestion about how the airport security is still not as good as it should be.
Including the local railway stations.
Okay, Milind, you want to respond to those whole host of suggestions, right from younger MPs? I think the suggestions are very well much there. Clean the system. We need more proactive politicians. We need you to take charge and show us that you can lead this country.
Well, here's what I want to say. I want to generalize my comment, and I want to say through the medium of CNN and IBN that I'm not denying that Mumbai should be angry. As I said earlier, as a Mumbaikar, I too feel that anguish and I too feel that frustration, and I stand by the side of the people of Mumbai in demanding action from the government and holding those responsible accountable. But I think if we just generalize across the board and say all politicians are corrupt and all politicians are useless and all politicians are not interested in giving us security, all I'm trying to say is we're not going to get anywhere. I'm saying, fine, you've got a specific point that says a younger politician, an educated politician should come up and get to the helm of affairs. It's a good point, it's a valid point. We should get working on that. But the energy I saw, Rajdeep, today at Gateway of India, it was amazing, it was moving, it was something that I think the entire political establishment of this country should wake up and take notice.
Let's start a movement. Will the political class wake up? It's a wake-up call. The people, you are right, the politician bashing may have to stop at some stage, but will the politicians wake up? That's all.
Well, of course.
They will wake up, they will respond?
Well, of course they will wake up and they will respond. And I think what we've seen today in Mumbai at Gateway of India is unprecedented. Politicians around the country have never seen educated citizenry coming out and demanding more from the political class. And it's a very, very welcome step. But all I'm saying is, out of all that emotions that came out on Gateway of India, I want that emotion to be channelized in the right direction and towards workable, concrete solutions that get action. All I'm saying is that anger should be heard. Anger and noise are very important, but if it's not heard, it's irrelevant and useless. Okay, basically the impotent rage, the rage really should not remain impotent. It should be translated into concrete action. Thank you very much, Yogita, for joining us from the Gateway of Anger, as we are calling it. MILIND DEORA, South Mumbai MP, telling us that he hopes that the political bashing will end. Okay, it is just about the time when the attack took place exactly a week ago. The first gun was fired, the bullets were fired, remember, at Cafe Leopold, and then Chhatrapati Shivaji